You're fired. Today we're going to talk about 7 reasons why you need to fire your help on the spot, plus how to do it, and 8 tips of letting her go amicably. So today, let's talk about why house helps should be fired on the spot. Like apple, there, on the spot. Reason number 1 why you should fire your house help on the spot, like let her go. It's extreme rudeness and disrespect. Yes, now let me tell you. We had this lady and she was much senior. I think she was like 45 going to 50, and she was okay with the cleaning. Okay, it was back when we used to have 2 house helps because our twins were young. Okay, we have twins, we have 4 kids. Let me say, we have 4 kids. The eldest is 6, and then we have twins who are 4, and then we have our last one who is 2. Now, when the twins were born, our firstborn was only 2, so we had a 2-year-old and a set of twins. It was very, very overwhelming, and so we got 2 house helps. Now, one of these house helps was this lady. She was okay, but she was rude. Oh my goodness, she was rude. I don't know whether she saw us like we were our children or her children or what. She really was rude. The first time she was rude, I told her, that's not how we talk to people in this house. The second time she was rude, I called her aside and I told her, if you do that again, I will let her go. The third time, she really had to go. She had to go. And sometimes you don't have to let it get to like those, give a warning. If she is like that rudeness that you cannot even stand, you can dismiss her. And these are things, by the way, everything I'm saying here are things you should let her know when you are employing her, so that she knows if you do this, you're leaving. So basically we just had to let her go, and it was because she was rude even to my husband. I mean, like, seriously, you can't even respect the man of the house. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let her go. Out. The second reason why you should fire her like on the spot is continually missing work. Now, there's another one who was really great with the kids, but she had her own kids and they were older, and they kept calling her. They kept calling her. I think she lived in Kawangware or somewhere. So she kept being called home like emergencies. Now, this time I was pregnant with the twins and I had nausea for days. I had nausea for myself, for my husband, and for all the neighbors. It was just the worst nausea. And every time I would come back from work, you know, the being jogged by the car, by the time I would get home, I would just want to lie down and just rest. But the minute I would walk into the house, she'd be like, oh my gosh, I've been called by my children. Oh, they need me. And then she would be gone. And then there's me and my 2-year-old and have to take care of him. And that happened not once, not twice. The third time when she went and she stayed for like 3 days. And I was like, you know what? I can't. I am pregnant. I have extreme nausea and I can't. And so we had to let her go because it was just too much. We did not give her like 1 month's notice or whatever. We just told her, you know what? You're done. When the day she came, we were like, just pick your stuff and hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Yes, hit the road. Tip number 3, and I'm laughing because of the funniest stories I have heard of these, is of course drugs and alcohol abuse. Now, please grab some popcorn. I had this story on Facebook. This lady was saying the way her house help came from her day off drunk like a skunk. As in, like, she walked in and this lady's like, her kids were watching TV in the living room, and then she's just hearing her kids laughing. She thinks her kids are laughing because of the cartoon, but the kids are laughing because of the antics of the drunk house help. It was so sad, but it was so funny. Then she was saying that house help, she was holding a bottle of alcohol. I think it was like vodka, like a bottle or something. And then she had, you know, the way they come in a bottle, Mzinga. And then they have those baby ones. I don't know what those ones are called. She had both of them and she was sipping. And then she was singing to these children. And then she was just... And And so she's come late, first of all, so the employer could not fire her. So she told her, you go sleep and then we'll talk about this in the morning. And then she hears the house, so the employer takes her kids to bed. Then when it's time to sleep, she hears this lady is singing loudly in her bedroom. And she goes and she tells her, no, you need to sleep because, you need to just sleep off all this alcohol. And then I think that's when this help, she realized, oh my gosh, I have messed up. Then she starts begging. She starts begging this employer, oh my gosh, please don't fire me and all that. Then this employer is just telling her, no, you know what, just sleep, we'll talk about it in the morning. Mind you, all this time, she is cradling her bottle of vodka and she's still sipping from it. She's still drinking. She's at work. Oh my goodness. In the middle of the night, this employer is sleeping. She's hearing her drunk employee walking around the house and making noise. And then she's like, where is my shoe? Where is my shoe? I need my other shoe. And then when the employer goes to ask her what's going on, she's like, no, have you seen my shoe? I'm looking. Okay, let's just say they had a really, really long night. So yeah, on the spot, like you're fired, like go. I mean, drinking, seriously, exposing your children to alcohol and all that manner of things, really, it's a no. It's now one found her house help chewing mirror in her bedroom. I mean, you guys, I mean, seriously, I can't make this stuff up. I can't. Reason number 4 is theft and dishonesty. Now, some of these are just like no-brainers, but let me just say that one should be fired on the spot. Like there and then. Now, did you see this photo of this help over Christmas who had stolen from her employer? I think it was for a year. It looked like she was going to start a shop, like she had enough stock to start a shop. Why? Why would someone do that? Seriously, why? So on the spot you're fired. But also there's sometimes, let me say this, sometimes we suspect helps to steal and we have no proof and you haven't even proved it. You just have I can't find my black trouser. I think this house help stole it. And then you fire her for it. Only later to find it when you're decluttering your house that she's been hiding between the headboard of your bed and the wall. So if you're going to fire someone for theft, please make sure you can prove it. Number 5 is, of course, mistreating or abusing your children. Now, let me tell you, we had this house help back when we had 2 house helps. So we had this one. And I think she had an issue with feeding our kids. Sometimes, kids are kids. Sometimes they will eat and sometimes they will not eat. Thankfully, we have a camera. I think it is so important to have a nanny cam. It is. We don't watch it all the time, but when we notice something is weird, we like to check and see, okay, what has been happening. So we noticed our kids didn't want us to go. You know those classic signs, like when your child starts crying and clinging and wailing. So we were like, we need to check what's going on. So the one day that we felt, okay, this is the day that we're going to check. So my husband checks on the camera and then he sees this lady, like she was shouting at our kids. And they were 1.5, the twins, that is. And one of them was not eating very well, didn't have a good appetite at that point. And then this lady is like, she's taking a slipper. She's like, I'm going to beat you. Eat your food. And then when she was really unable to eat, she's like, I'm going to lock you outside. And she took her and then she went and she locked her out in the backyard. And she just came into the house and locked the door. Then our daughter was just banging, open for me. And she just ignored her and she left her out there. And that... Have you ever felt like just quitting your job? Okay, I've felt like quitting my job a lot. I love my job, but this drama with them, with house helps can make you just... Anyway, so of course she was fired on the spot. In fact, I fired both of them. Because, one, the one, of course, who locked her outside. And 2, the other one who was a bystander. How do you let someone do that to a 1-year-old and do nothing? Seriously. But... Here's another tip of how to fire them. I did not fire them at the same time. I fired one, and then I waited. Of course, I fired the main culprit, and then after like 6 hours, I told her, you know what? Even you need to go. She's like, why? But I didn't know. It's like, no, how do you let someone mistreat a child and you do nothing? Hit the road. So basically, yeah, I mean, what more can I say? Number 6 is if you feel unsafe for any reason or threatened by a house help for any reason. You know, the house help can behave in a such type of way that you feel, you know, we've had house helps who have harmed their employers or just, you know, there's this lady who found a gun in her house help's room. A gun. How? Oh my gosh. So yeah, I mean, let them go. What else can I say? Number 7 is impropriety. I mean, some house helps will bring men into your home. I mean, like how? How now? How? Seriously, how? So that's summary dismissal. So those are my 7 reasons. Now. So you've decided this chick has got to hit the road because she has done one of all the 7 things that I've stated before. Now, how do you want to go and do about this? Now, here are some tips that I learned from a learned friend of mine. Because you don't want to be sued within an inch of your life. So here is what I was. So number 1, if it is summary dismissal, you need to tell her why. All right? Like, tell her you are going to leave because of ABCD, and then send her a text telling her we need to have a meeting to discuss your dismissal because of ABCD, and send it to her phone. This way you have a record. You have a record that you told her what she did, and you have a record that you held a meeting with her to tell her why, okay? And then when you have that meeting, you explain to her, and then listen to her side of the story. And then once you have made your decision, of course you had made your decision before, I mean, you had already decided she's leaving, but you're just following protocol. Then you tell her, okay, I've heard you, but still this is a no, is a no for me, so you have to leave. So tell her verbally, and also tell her in writing, again by text or on a piece of paper, or preferably something that is electronic that will not disappear forever and ever. So tell her this is my decision and you need to go. So that's how you come about the decision of firing her. Now, here are the tips of how to do it amicably. 8 tips of how to let her go without all the drama and all the fear and all the what. So here's how you do it, okay? So, number 1, please do it in the morning. Don't do it in the evening that tomorrow morning you'll be leaving. I mean, hello. That's how people died, basically. So tell her, like, you wake up in the morning and all that, just tell her, yeah, this is your last day, please pack your stuff. And tell her also in the morning so that she has enough time to get to where she lives. I'm sure if someone leaves your house in the morning, when if she lives in Kisumu, she'll have gotten there by evening. Basically, just tell her, okay? Give her ample time to get up. So that she doesn't say that you sent her away in the middle of the night and she was robbed and then she died and then she sues you, okay? Number 2, as I said, if you can, tell her why she's leaving, so that she doesn't just feel like you woke up and then you didn't like the skirt she was wearing, or you didn't like the look on her face and you fired her. It's just polite. And tell her politely, not that, you know, you are. Avoid the you statements, as we are always told in relationships. Just tell her this is what happened and I did not like it and it violates ABCD and that's why I feel you need to leave. And or such, something like that. Number 3 is make sure you're not alone, because the world is full of crazy people. And also make sure your kids are away. I remember there's a time I needed to let go of a help and my husband was not around. It was those ones of like she has to leave on the spot like that day. So what I did is I called my brother and my brother was there and I told her, yeah, you need to go. So basically just make sure there's someone there and someone who can defend you. Don't call your small brother or your small sister who will be another victim. God forbid should she just decide to fiatuka, you know. Number 4 is give her dues. Obviously, it's just polite. When you're going to fire someone, make sure you are giving her whatever money she has worked for and whatever money you owe her. But if it is summary dismissal, apparently my landlord friend told me you don't have to give her 1 month's notice or 1 month's salary in lieu of notice. Do your homework on this, but basically make sure at least you give her what you owe her, and or any leave days that you've not given her and all that. Again, don't give someone a reason to sue you, you know? Oh, and a pro tip is always pay her by M-Pesa. Now, we all know this nowadays. So someone doesn't go and say, oh, she never used to pay me. Have your records that you used to pay her. Number 5, and this is mine. This is what I do, okay? Please don't check her bag when she's leaving. Yes, I know it's controversial, but don't. I just feel like it's invading someone's dignity. Let her live with her dignity intact. No, you're going through her underwear and her innerwear. Okay, underwear is innerwear, but basically, yeah, her clothes all there and all that. It's just my philosophy is this: as long as my children are fine and they are safe, and you have left them where they are, whatever else you can take from this house can be replaced. It can be. And I think I just feel it's better than someone leaving your house feeling like they've been treated like a thief. That's me. I mean, I stand corrected, and let me know what you feel about this in the comment section below. But I just say, you know what? Just go. Some will leave an offer. Do you want to go through my bag? I'm like, no, it's okay. Just go. Because there's no need. I mean, why are you treating someone like that? Would you like to be treated like that if you are fired from your job? I don't think so. And I have shared so many videos about how to treat house helps, how to maintain them, you know, all those fancy and nice things that we all would like to know about house helps. There's a playlist on this channel. Please make sure you check it out because it has such fun stuff. Number 7 is inform the person who brought her to work for you that you have released her. If indeed someone brought her. Even if she was from a bureau, which I don't recommend, but that's another story for another day. But make sure you tell this person that, oh, you know, the lady you brought me, she's leaving today. And also let them talk on your phone in your presence to ensure that indeed she knows that she's leaving and they have agreed. I think it's just good to follow through and make sure that someone else knows that she has been released. And tip number 8 is call her in the evening and make sure she has reached where she was going. It's polite, it's good manners, and it's just showing her that you are not just discarding her like so much trash. She's someone's child and she's God's child. And so these are just a few tips. Don't forget to check out this video that YouTube thinks you will like, and this playlist over here. Hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of all this goodness. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.